Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, good afternoon. Before we start the presentation, allow me please to thanks to all the committee for giving me a chance to present our paper in the 4th Borobudur International Symposium. So in this occasion, allow me please to deliver our topic on smart legal proposing artificial intelligence applications to provide free legal aid in Indonesia. My name is Hari Abdul Hakim and I'm from Faculty of Law Universitas Muhammadiyah Magelang. Ladies and gentlemen, in this presentation, we would like to provide for 5 main topic discussion. The first, it is about the background. The second one is crime statistic. We will provide the data on the crime statistic in Indonesia taken from the police data. The third is free legal aid, the legal basis for the free legal aid by the advocate. The fourth one is AI for law, means AI in advocate. The fifth, it is about the conclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia, as the largest archipelago in the world, has with a huge population, so often face various challenges in many aspects, including to the availability of legal aid for their society. Through Indonesian 1945 Constitution, Article 28D, Paragraph 1, it is mentioned that every person shall be entitled to recognize, guarantee, protection, and equitable legal certainty, as well as equal treatment before the law. Moreover, from the global perspective, through the UN principle and guidelines on access to legal aid in criminal justice system define that legal aid is fundamental right that should be provided for, especially in national legislation and also constitution. The commitment of Indonesian government is actually to encourage the marginal people, including poor people, to get the access to the justice. So it by means from the previous consideration that the need for access to accountable, reliable, and professional legal aid is the right of every person to obtain justice as mandated by Indonesian Constitution. However, in the real life, it is not uncommon for poor people to experience difficulty in seeking legal aid. The Indonesian people are sometimes subjected to high cost procedure on one-sided job terminations and also another legal injustice. So this study aims at assessing the empowerment of artificial intelligence to provide free legal aid in Indonesia, as AI application may further assist the advocate in their office. So the study was conducted through literature review technique, sourced from law books, journal, and other legal sources relevant to the topic. So the data analyzed qualitatively and also presented descriptively. Ladies and gentlemen, let us look at to the crime statistic on the slide. So the information on the crime statistic presented include 3 main approaches. The first, it is the perpetrator's approach from police registration data. The second one is victim approach from national socio-economic survey. And the last one is the regional approach or village potential data. The police registration data record during 2018 until 2020, the number of crime in Indonesia is tended to be decreased. However, from the total of criminal action in Indonesia, In the term of the case settlement, it shows the decreasing number from 2018 and up to 2020. Furthermore, the number of persons in conflict regarding on the total crime statistic with the law is quite high. Quite high. This reveals the large number of people in Indonesia who requires legal assistance and access to the justice. Ladies and gentlemen, in the next presentation, I would like to deliver to you about the legal basis on the legal aid in Indonesia. Legal basis according to the legal aid, it is mentioned in the several law and regulation. The first in Article 2, Paragraph 1 of Law Number 18 of 2003 concerning advocate. The law emphasized that advocates are obliged to provide free legal assistance to justice seekers who cannot afford it. And furthermore, through the law number 16 of 2011 regarding on the legal aid, the law regulates the legal aid for the citizen as an effort to fulfill and at the same time as the implementation of the rule of law that recognize, protect, and guarantee the basic right of citizen to the need for access to justice and to the equality before the law. And this mechanism has been effective since 2013. Furthermore, several regulations regarding on the legal aid in Indonesia mention on the various government regulation and also ministerial regulation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the process of on the development of artificial intelligence has widely transformed a new era in the digital technology, in the social economic, human need, or even to the professional behavior. Eventually, AI automate even more aspect of legal profession. And furthermore, AI allows the legal profession to automate lower level tasks, freeing time to focus on complex analysis and client interaction. So previous study has been conducted to compare the ability between AI and also the human in specifically to the advocate. The AI machine named Robotros faced 20 advocates in United States to identify the legal problem about 30 legal cases within 4 hours. So the result shows, the trial shows that human advocate achieved an average accuracy of 85%, while Robotros achieved 94% accuracy in reviewing and identifying the legal problem. So furthermore, in China also, the experiment has been begun on AI use in the legal profession, one of which is the Chinese-made AI prosecutor. So the AI involved in the settlement of the case in during the trial. While the use of AI in Indonesia also has widely used in many sectors. For instance, in the banking sectors, BNI, for the example, they have robot chat named Cinta, and other banking also, they already applied about the robot chat. So similarly, also the use of AI application has been implemented by many government offices, and one website called Hukum Online has provided the application, AI application robot chat related to the legal information, so everyone may have free consultation regarding on the several aspect. For the example, criminal cases, civil law cases, constitutional law cases, and other related cases. Then it is not only it is not inconceivable that AI application may use by advocate in Indonesia to provide free legal aid. Ladies and gentlemen, the next presentation here about the type of AI. As we know that the type of AI is differentiated into three types. The first is artificial narrow intelligence. The artificial narrow intelligence is goal-oriented, designed to perform singular tasks only. For the example, facial recognition, speech recognition, and others. And the second one is artificial general intelligence, the concept of machine with general intelligence that mimic human intelligence and or human behavior with the ability to learn and apply its intelligence to solve any problem. And the last type of AI is the hypothetical AI, artificial super intelligence, that does not just mimic and understand human intelligence and behavior only, but artificial super intelligence is where machine become self-aware and surpass the capacity of human intelligence and ability. Ladies and gentlemen, from all the discussion above, AI has considerable potential to be permanent part of assisting and providing free legal aid in managing large volume of cases, and also AI allows advocate to better maintain public trust. However, we reveal the current challenges in the implementation of AI itself in Indonesia, which is consists of the absence of legal basis to cover the implementation or the use of AI in Indonesia. The second one is the lack of human resources. And the next, it is about the high cost to provide on providing the artificial intelligence. And the last one, it is the most important things for the challenges for the Indonesian government and society about the lack of awareness of people on the use of AI in the legal professional. So I think that's all our presentation today. So thank you very much for all kind attention. Feel free if there is any question to write through the message. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.